everyone. We are back with another video. It's a very serious topic today, so I'm just going to give some trigger warning. We are talking about physical abuse, possible SA, I think is what is in the trigger warning on the statement. Let me go look. I'm going to use the trigger warning on the statement, by the way. And there's another statement that we do have to go look at as well. Statement. Okay, I did have to download the statement because it wouldn't let me open it. Otherwise, I don't know why. It just wasn't working. But yeah, that's just gonna load up really quickly. But I just want to address first. I don't even address something like that. In this situation, I will not be talking about a name that this woman Alice had named Alex, the person she is accusing, in her phone at one point. There is a racial slur in it, and I will not be fully addressing that, but I will say I do not stand by anyone using those slurs or anything. I'm trying to focus on what is actually being talked about here. I don't support that. I would never support something like that. I don't agree with the fact that she put that in there, but it's not exactly what is important in the situation I am talking about right now. So I'm going to focus on the situation, and I will possibly do a video about these slurs, but right now I'm focusing on this. So the trigger warnings in it are mentions of SA, self-exit, depression, and assault. I'm just going to get straight into reading her statement. She says to read the statement first, so that's what I'm going to do. It's 82 pages, bear with me, I know it's going to be long, but we'll get through it. This is a sensitive subject for me, as I have struggled to figure out how to put it into words. I've been threatened by Alex to not come out with anything at all, and to keep quiet or he will create a contradicting story to discredit my own. But I'm not scared anymore. No matter what is said in response to the statement, I know I've said my piece and now I can move on with life. I can move on with my life. I made this document as a compilation of my experiences whilst being with Alex, and have put screenshots in these accounts under the corresponding paragraphs. This will be a long one, but I want to start from the beginning so you can understand the full story and heavy burden this has had on me. We've known each other for years before we interacted, but we're seeing each other for a few months before anything was official. We started officially dating on March 17th, 2023, giving each other 100% of our attention, time, and effort with no arguments. After that, time passed and small things became huge issues, which were over Discord at first. Alex felt that because I'm home all day and work from home that I would be able to call 24/7, and I completely shut out any other social interactions I have with my friends. To avoid that, I invited him into my groups and stopped working as much. These small arguments worsened to the point where he would turn on his camera and start shouting at me on call. He's gone as far to tell me to self-harm at this point after I told him about my history prior. This would be accompanied with horrible messages calling me a whore, a bitch, and slimy. He would also tell me that I caused arguments as an excuse for me to leave him, saying I don't know how I ended up with someone like you. So we have some texts here, so I'm going to just very, very quickly screenshot this so I can add it into the recording so you can see it. We have texts here, I will read them now. These are between Alex and Alice. Now or no? I'm with everyone, but I can leave. Don't worry, I'll just go to bed. Okay? LOL, what a day. Guess everyone has got something better to do. Nobody wants me around. It's class. I love this. I love it. Wow, really? After asking for a break, join, join, go on it now. Join, 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 child. Join, 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 join. Emojis, join. You can't give me 10 minutes to calm down and then talk. Am I a mind reader? You hung up on me before I could say anything. You fucking. Ha ha ha. You knew. Knew. I need to screenshot this one as well. Stop calling me shit, Alex. How much that. You knew how much that pissed me off. Cry, I don't care. I am. For why? Because I'm in a state. Okay. Well, forget it all then. I did all I could. No, you literally said, if this is the best you have to offer, um, I don't know how I ended up with someone like you. Then I guess that's literally it then, considering where I am right now, but you can't do that. Okay. And I'm throwing fits. Idiot. Talk, talk. Yawn. You text me like a... So call me. You say everything wrong on text. I'll stop then, because you're fucking stupid. So call me. Nope, I'm not. Yes. You clearly are. Bye. Bye. Fuck you, weird fucking idiot. You win. Fuck you. Fuck you. Understand I didn't call because you're insulting me. Fuck you. Fuck you. Oi. Don't be silly over this. I'm just scared of annoying you. Yeah, okay, it's all good. Another time. You sure? No, like once your work is done. Like when you aren't stressed out. I was fine with today. I'm nearly done. I thought you could help with the HelloFresh stuff. But yeah, just do whatever. I said the other day that I wanted you to ask me to come over, etc. And if you don't want today, let's not do it. Kind of the opposite of what I wanted, so let's leave it. I got stuff to do. I said I want to once your work is done. I asked if I can after. I'm going back to work now. Question mark. Talk later. What the fuck? I literally asked you if I can after your work. Getting mixed signals here. Just like, no, well I am. You can reread and see why. And she sent the screenshot of what she said. If you don't want to do it today, I am not being silly. No, and just because you said that, I say I'm scared doesn't mean anything. To annoy you while you're working, question mark. You didn't listen the other day, I guess, when I told you I wanted you to make me feel I'm at it a little more. Jesus, what needs validation? So can I? LOL, this is literally a roundabout way of saying can I not come over today, but putting it in my court, please stop. Can I come over when you aren't working so we don't repeat yesterday? Doing this to me. How about I don't want to piss you off, don't come over at all. But the actual fuck. That'd be easier, I think. I literally said I'm scared. Okay, now this has pissed me off, making it my choice over something already arranged. You asked me to ask more, I just did, and that's the problem. Then trying to back me into a corner. No. Call me. Funny man, I just said I understand you and you said you hate me and goodbye. Have a good day, man. Stop fucking talking over me, you're unbearable to talk to. I can't cope with it. You got what you wanted, see ya. I didn't. I wanted reassurance, got an argument instead. Shut up. Please fuck off. I'm annoying for saying I still want to see you permanently. Oh my god, shut the fuck up. I said to forget this all and let me see you. After you said you hate me. I hate you genuinely. Like, stop. You set this up. Alex, what the fuck? No, you didn't. What the actual fuck? I don't even want to go with you. What the fuck is wrong with you? Fuck that. Why are you being so horrible? Then I tried cheering you up. You said I'm annoying. Chill out. Literally fuck off. Okay, night. You annoying cunt. I turned off my cam. Don't enjoy talking to you. What the actual fuck? Stop being horrible. Horrible? I'm being dead truthful. You can't stop insulting me. One good day, you go home. Truthful? Okay, fine. Ruin it. Goodbye. Good night, man. After screaming at me in calls and disregarding everything I have ever said, he would explain how it's always my fault and that I should apologize, that I should fix it, and fight for him after he has made it worse by completely dehumanizing and degrading me. I would get breakup threats because I interacted with my followers' tweets, which I would then apologize for after he made it very clear he was upset but demands more from me. This would be followed by him continuing to call me a bitch and threatening, I'm going to refollow everyone I unfollowed for you if you're going to be like that. Which, by the way, I found later he was still interacting with many people he had old relations with, and I found him stalking his ex with her old nudes and so on. Shit. Oh man. We also have videos. This is like 2 pages so far. We have more text. We have videos as well. I'm going to be mainly reading a lot of this. So, I won't actually. I'll probably forget about it. You can skip to whenever you want in the video, but I do think the statement is important to, show, especially since some people have been having trouble accessing it. I think it is important to have people be able to see it. So that's why I'm reading it out. And these texts, they say a lot. This guy has some issues. They do say a lot if he's saying that kind of shit to anyone, really. Doesn't even have to be his girlfriend. Shall we continue? Okay, these are more texts. I'm done with your stupid ass. It's so fucking weird that you pissed me off and you now mad. That you will die for liking that tweet. No, question mark. I won't. That's not it. I don't care about that. I apologize for that. I'm going to refollow all the people I unfollowed for you. If you're gonna be like that, then it can be like that. Okay, you keep calling me shit. I'm done. Go follow them. Bye. How do you not understand? I hate you, and how even now you're on purposely being so dense. Because I know you know I'm right. You're just going to be difficult on purpose because it's what you done. I don't know why you make everything hard. You literally just can't sit here and roll over on something so tiny. I did. I said sorry. Wasn't that what got us here? Okay. I'm going to link all of the horrible messages that have been sent to me. They consist of him calling me unlovable, or psycho, constantly calls me sick, telling me he doesn't want to be with me, breaks up with me, then takes it back. Then after all of these arguments, he apologizes and love bombs me for forgiveness. For context in regards to me, I have depression, and he made it severely worse when he would insult me and make me feel like he doesn't care or love me. I found it hard to stay happy every day, dating someone who said these things so easily to me. Feeling no remorse or guilt, he just flew past the days like nothing ever happened. This was immensely draining on my side. I don't know if this was just a me thing, so I've been scared to talk about it. I'm just trying to readjust my leg because it's sore. Okay. So I've been scared to talk about this because I'm worried I won't be easily understood. People will question why I even stayed, and believe me, I wish I could turn back time. But I believed his lies when he apologized to me. I really tried to believe he would stop going so far if I asked him to. I thought I was good enough for him to stop calling me a whore or tell me to die or threaten to leave in every argument. Okay, more text. This is when the slur comes up, so yes, I am not supporting the fact that she has his name down as that. I don't think she should have had his name down as that, but there's not really much anyone can really do about it. It was intentional. I wanted this to happen. The little bit about gluten was genius. Good night. You're a freak because even though you know I called you to buy you your fucking correct food, you hung up on me. Talk about grateful, you got a weird way of showing it. I said thank you multiple times, but you can't get that through your thick skull, so why hang up on me? Wow. When I mistake your shitty attitude for being shitty. You're being so mean for what? You have me like 2 seconds because you're a silly little cunt. No, oh my god, I keep adding a little to that every time I read it. Because you're a silly cunt. I was sad. I'm gonna sound sad. Talk about kicking someone while they're down. But you keep talking over me. Now you're finding anything to be mad at. So you don't hear shit. Because you said it was my attitude. Alright, Alice. If this is what you want, I'm mad at you. It's what you want. You're making it. I don't like you. I hate you. What the fuck? Look at you go, giving me 50. Carry on insulting me. I don't care. I'm not stupid. I do care. Yes, you are, mate. You're so horrible. You're dumb as fuck. No, call for you then. Too stupid to pick up. This sounds like a sad poem, honestly, the way I'm reading it. It sounds like a sad poem. Okay. You deserve it. I'm done with you. I don't. I don't actually care. I don't deserve it. I genuinely think I've completely fallen out of love with you because you simply just don't try. You can't even see that I made progress. When I'm in bad moods, I reassure you, I stop and say thank you. You are so horrible. Wow, I tried so hard. I was going to say something on call. You didn't, but you keep hanging up. Leave me alone. I'll get my dad to pick up my things. I think you got what you wanted. You got what you wanted. Woman, you are crazy. You said to break it up. You wanted it. I do. I don't want to be with you. You're too much work. I changed and tried, and you're stressing me out, my best. You hung up on me a day after this. When I say I changed, this was because Alex had a very big issue with me when I was sounding sad. If I woke up upset after I explained to him that I'm depressed, I had to calmly approach him and watch my tone when I couldn't even get out of bed. I end up hanging up if he reacts badly and screams at me because I'm fed up with the abusive screaming and I'm tired. And you kept changing the goalposts for no reason. You was denying it. Ah, okay. Imagine I say I'm sad, and I got this. Fuck off, Alex. Fuck off, I can't be arsed. I literally conceded because it's fucking pointless. But it's not good enough. Then fuck you and fuck off, weird girl. You could have said sorry straight away. Oh my god, I did. Question mark. You didn't. You denied it a lot. As soon as I realized you were being a freak. You didn't. Hello? I said sorry. Wow, to shut you up. I was literally asking you questions and you kept going silent like, I'm not stupid. Deal with the consequences of being a cunt to everyone. What is that about? You're a fucking moron, mate. Can stay blocked. Thanks. Good night. Now you don't have to leave any calls. Fuck off. Won't ever say I'm sad again. Won't have to. I won't be listening. I don't. You just see me as an enemy. Let's leave it there. I'm not a cunt. I don't know you. We barely know each other. Goodbye. What the fuck happened to you? Have you got a mirror? All I did was say I'm stupid. I literally said, stop this. Alex, can I ask you something? Do you have a fucking mirror? Because this isn't a fucking problem that anyone else causes but you. Unless you were raised to be like this, but like, don't understand why someone would want to raise their child to be an abusive fucking asshole. Maybe you go look in a fucking mirror. Next text. Okay. No, you should have listened and not shouted and denied in the beginning. Keep me blocked. You said shitty things. I don't want to talk right now. Sorry. Give me space, please. You are single. Like, properly. I'm done. I wanted 10 minutes. What the fuck? Seriously, this can't do this. Question mark. I didn't do anything. Talk to me later if you still care. You're breaking my heart. Wish you could have just spoke to me with no arguments. I didn't want it to get this big at all. I didn't even want it to be a thing. I got sad my boyfriend raised his voice. Like, it really led you to leaving me. I know I'm blocked, I'm just talking to myself. I'm sorry. Goodbye. I love you a lot. I love you. You can't even fathom it because I knew. I knew. You dumped me, called me stupid, and said I don't deserve better. You're lucky. So lucky. I'm not. I'm so not. Bet. That's clear what you want then. Yes. Maybe a month ago I would carry this on, but like boring the fuck out of me. Is it that hard to say sorry and leave it? There's no compromise to be had. I literally didn't care. You can't compromise. Said sorry because I don't care. To save your life. I don't want to win. I just want you to shut up, frankly. Okay, we have Discord messages now. Didn't accept it. No. Okay, fuck off then. Die. You didn't let me talk. Die. Wow. Die. Die. You're just making it up as you go. Yes, I am. All lies. Sorry, Alex. You don't have any grip on this. Sorry I said to leave the game. Good night. Stupid woman, I don't want to. Go away. I want to be alone. I don't have the energy. I said, what bit? You clearly have. You win. What bit were you... The bit where you told me to KMS. The bit where you said you don't want me. The bit where you called me a dumb whore. What bit? Boring. I quit this. You win? I said thanks. Fuck off. I said thanks. Suck yourself. You're a difficult little bitch. You're a cunt. Maybe you should have shut your fucking mouth. Thanks for apologizing. No, I'm good. I don't mean it. Wicked. Fuck off. You don't deserve it. Bye. Okay, no messages again. Of course, I love you, idiot. Please don't give me an easy ride. The easiest. Fuck, I feel dreadful. Are you okay? Dumb question. Just thought I'd ask. Sorry. Because of the weather I don't care about earlier. Still tried. So done. No, it's over. This is nothing. We're over. This is tiny, really. I hate talking to you, no understanding at all. I do. No. I know you have so much. I'm sorry I shouted at you. You called me a dumb whore. Let's break up. No, I want to break up. I don't love you. Really, Munkus. I want to break up. You don't mean that. I want to be single so I can deal with my stuff alone. I was trying to get this all done before I went out. Everything was fine. Got to points in argument where he would poke me until I gave a reaction, calling me names until I finally snapped. Whenever I would react, I would be threatened with a breakup. No, insulting me, you delusional bitch, fuck off. I said thanks, I don't know what bit you're saying sorry to. You just make it up. But thanks. Go away, psycho. That happened. Stop being mean, just stop. You're the craziest woman I've met, genuinely. I'd rather just leave it, be nice, for peace of mind, supportive. No, it's cool. So break up, that's your resolution. Yeah, genuinely. Wow, with everything going on. Bye. Jesus. I changed myself by suppressing my emotions and that I was not and that I was not upset over previous arguments because he would get angry and tell me to get over it. He would tell me I said sorry so you'd shut up. These were one-sided, narcissistic arguments, telling me my feelings mean nothing and they are based on wank. But when he is upset, I get spammed in my messages and 100 insults until I say sorry, no matter who is at fault. He would tell me he can change my life forever, that I need him and that I am nothing without him. And he does this for me. He took out anger from his friends on me, telling me I can do everything I want alone without any of you. And what I will do for you, just take it for granted. I could change. I don't at all. Your life. I don't want you to forever. I just want you to be in it. You couldn't do that for me. I can do everything I want alone without any of you, and frankly, because you haven't done what I do, I wouldn't. It's so easy to sit there like everyone else and cry about it being mean, okay, when you're a jobless freak. Imagine trying to teach like you and my mates how to do this. I have a job. It's fucking annoying. You don't. I'm contracted. I have a job. No, you don't, man. He's really full of himself. Like, mate, it's not hard to do what you fucking do. You're a commentary YouTuber. You barely have to teach anyone that. All they have to fucking do is read shit and talk about it. That's all you fucking do. Jesus Christ. Work-related arguments would be weekly, nearly daily, if I showed signs of me being sad over something you said to me. You should be fucking grateful that, as someone with this expertise, I actually have tried to talk to you about something like that. That was him talking about whether I wanted to stream or make YouTube videos. If the conversation didn't go his way, I said I didn't want to do a certain thing. He would blow up and get upset because I wouldn't do it his way, then continue to belittle me. I would always tell him I'm not with him for work talk. I don't care how much you can help me if all of this will do is cause arguments. I don't care how successful I can be. He pushed it on me to take his knowledge and make videos with him when all I wanted is my boyfriend. I only ever wanted something personal and genuine, and I never got that. God, you're so sad on me being a cunt to you. You don't even listen. I was just sad about it. My God. Fuck off, Alice. Okay. You should be fucking grateful. Why? Someone with the expertise I actually have. Wow. Try to talk to you about something like that. Mate, it's not even a fucking expertise. My grandmother could do it. My grandmother could sit in the fucking camera and talk all day if she wanted to. She could make some fucking good money off that. Jesus, talk about everything. No, I didn't. Like everyone else. I said I was sad, I wasn't insulted. The fucking stupid idiots. I'm not a streamer who think they know better than there's their only man. I wasn't insulted, and I'm not everyone else who has actually done it all successfully, mate. You clearly aren't doing it so successfully if this is what we're all talking about now. Can't even do that. I don't know, I'm tired. I got upset hearing about Twitch, and I didn't even mention it. And I'm starting to think none of you are worth talking to about anything. Your own girlfriend. Too small brained. Wow. Go do it on your own. I'm just casually talking. Me too. You're annoying. You got offended. As fuck. Okay? Gather that. Take it in. Thank you. I'm telling you, I mean it. Yeah, got it. I was telling you how I've always wanted to do it. If you cherry pick my words, I was saying whether I know or not, like it's a dream of mine. You know what I was ducking, saying, idiot, shut the fuck up. Okay? You know what I meant. Good night. So, KYS, please. Okay? I'm going anyway, so come with me. I guess I don't care. Your shit girlfriend genuinely bad at it. I meant in the sense that I'm doing this 100%, no stopping me. Emotional level of a fucking brick. Just say yes, you dumb whore. Emojis. You're a thick man. You're a bad boy for calling me a bitch and insulting me every time you get slightly upset. Good night. I know. Changes nothing. I haven't made anything up. Okay? You were being a cunt. I'm sorry. Yes. Adding 2 words in. Yes. Makes no difference. Okay. And the N-word. Too little, too late. I'm sorry, always is too late. Just answer the ducking question straight away. Surely, yeah, sorry. With a smile or not, sure. I don't care. Done. Okay, I want to look at her actual statement. You told me you're like everyone else, so fucking stupid fucking idiots who think they know better than the only man who has successfully done it. Done it all. Oh wow. Wait, have you not heard of Jacksepticeye? Markiplier? But you fucking Adam McIntyre is in better books than you. I know a lot of people don't like Adam McIntyre, I don't understand why, but like even he's in better fucking books with those people than you are. Jesus. Adam, if you see this, I do actually love you. I've just seen some shit on like Reddit and shit. About people like complaining about your channel. I was like, what the fuck? Okay. I said I wanted to stream on Twitch and he gave me reasons why it wouldn't work and reasons not to. I got sad because I was planning so much, set up my channel, went to him all happy about doing my own thing, and he devalued it and called me small brain. Jesus. Okay. I will be linking the drive in the description as well, just so you know. Um okay. He would tell me to die constantly, told me that he didn't want me and that he could easily replace me. Who are you, Abby Lee Miller? Everybody's replaceable. At this point in time, I have broken down to his level. I end up calling him what he is, and I lose all sense of reality. Because how can this be real? This can't be real. He can't mean any of this and still love bomb me and stay with me, right? Okay. They went on holiday together to Italy in July. He was watching a video about a girl hypersexual after trauma, and she opened up to him about her SA and the trauma that she has been put through. In response to this, he told her that he doesn't want to know what has been done to her by other guys, and she ended up leaving to her crying. He threatened to leave and get a flight back on his own, taking into account this was only my third time abroad, and he knew it would make me very upset and scared. Like he knew I needed him there. He cancelled going to see her on her birthday, or he forgot it, and he went to see Star Wars with his friend instead. My camera's crooked. Star Wars. Star Wars. Fucking hell. Okay, they moved into each other. They moved in with each other. And that's when it got more real for her, and she decided to start noting things down, recording and texting her mother. Hi, love, how's things? Miss you, X. Things are fine, then bad, fine, then bad. When I say fine, I mean I've not forgiven or feeling better, but I'll move on so he stops complaining about being mad at that. I'm upset from his actions. I've never wanted to leave someone so badly and come home so badly. Her butter said he needs you to need him. Fuck off. It isn't 1935. I love that. On the fourth day of living together, on the 19th of October, he had taken it to the next level and got physical in a fight. It started as a screaming argument where I begged him to leave me alone and to just stop. I ended up trying to get away from him and he followed me. I went to walk downstairs and he grabbed my hood and pulled me back until I fell on the floor. He told me that I'm not getting away, so I got up and made a run for the bathroom. He gets in my way, grabs me, puts me in a headlock and covers my mouth because I'm screaming for him to get off me. The 28th of December was the day I decided to no longer put up with his behaviour. I was getting the house ready for his parents to come over for dinner, as Alex did not clean or prepare anything. He must have thought I was angry at him because I'm cleaning the kitchen constantly, and he was constantly asking me if anything was wrong. No. I tell him multiple times I'm fine, nothing is wrong, I just want to clean. He started shouting, getting hysterical, thinking I'm lying, that I'm pissed, and that I'm pissed off. I say very few words due to the fact that I'm mentally drained. I had nothing left in me when we had these arguments. I barely said anything. He asked for tasks he could do to help in panic. He asked for tasks he could do to help in panic. I tell him to wipe the sides of the kitchen counters and take out the bins, etc. He starts screaming after I gave him more than one task, telling me he can't handle more than one at a time, so he overreacts. I start to walk away. On my way out of the kitchen, he kicks me in the back, and I turn and say nothing. Okay, yeah, this is also something. At this point, it was the second time he'd hurt me, and I was scared, so I texted my friend to pick me up. I started packing. He followed me around the house, screaming random things at me, trying to justify his actions for going too far. I recorded this because I was scared he would hit me again. I say nothing. I am panicking to the point where I'm sweating from fear as he is following me, screaming at me, calling me the N-word and useless, etc. After I left, I later picked up my things after he threatened to throw them outside. A 4K setup. I found everything on the floor and taken apart. The keyboard was smashed and scattered everywhere. He claimed the keys had fallen off my keyboard when he was packing away. When I got home and plugged everything in, I found the monitor screens were both smashed to bits, the keyboard broken, and the camera too. Fucking hell. Okay, I will screenshot that one. Just to, add that in for... Okay. After I ended the relationship, he tried to manipulate me, telling me we just need time and that he will change, and begged me for a chance to give him a chance to change. Okay. Yeah. He texts her saying, go on, go on. Let me cook though, the house is all clean. I just put the bins out with that like sweaty hot face emoji. And she replied, that isn't hot, it's basic living, kid. Okay, we have a lot of text messages. She also says for legal reasons. Oh yeah, there's another thing that I want to address. Yeah. Where is it? The last story he will manipulate is from September in his old flat. We were in a heated argument, screaming at each other, where he was in my face, belittling me for everything I do and have ever done, calling me horrible names, and every insult you could think of came out of his mouth to me. Whore, slag, bitch, nobody. I started crying. and he looks at me with a straight face and sighs, calls me boring and laughs. I end up defending myself. I slapped him in the face. This is out of character for me, but he was screaming in my face, abuse. I was backed into the corner, not knowing what to do. This happens. Then I grab my things and leave the flat and call my friend to tell them everything that just happened. Alex bounds me to come back. I end up giving in and going back because I'm scared. Yeah, she does address the fact that she did hit him once, at least. In defense, in self-defense, so. She also says, for legal and obvious reasons, I won't attach all the evidence I have, but in due time, it may be made public. He has tried to get me to stay quiet online and suggested he would deny all of this. If this happens, I will release more undeniable evidence. So, I think we can be ready for this to turn into a fucking shitstorm for Alex. Now time for the videos. Do I have room back here? Not a lot, but I have just enough to put that there. Okay. Gotta get the pink headset on for this part of it. Okay. OBS. We're gonna start recording, baby. My audio output is on. Okay. We're gonna start off with. Now, I don't have all of them, so I'm gonna have to go to Twitter to get a few of them, but I have some of them. So, first one is the dog one. We're gonna watch that.
Thing about you, and this is the thing, and this is why I fucking go round and round in circles. I join call, and when I'm getting, you're talking to me, going, this is the thing, even though now, when it's too fucking late, you admit that you did everything fucking wrong, but when it actually matters, when you should lay down like a good fucking dog, you don't fucking do it, you fight for some reason. I don't know why you fight, because you're losing, because you end up admitting that you fucked it all up anyway, so it's just fucking weird, and I know that you're going to end up admitting that you fucked it all up, which is why it's
Yeah. So that's the first one. I will be commenting properly on all of them once I see all of them again. Next one is the one where he says he's gonna bash her head in.
Sorry first.
So I'm a fucking whore mouth bitch retard cunt.
Is it generally because you're just fucking brain dead?
Yeah, I'm very brain dead, yeah.
Is that why you decided to go on the fucking offensive instead of the,
Didn't go on
maybe...
the offensive.
Okay. I don't know what to call what you did. It was weird. It's always weird. You always take the fucking weird route. Just do the normal route, which is... Just do the normal route, but a normal girlfriend
You're
would do.
acting like this is all just
it.
me, and that's something you really need to fucking fix.
I'm gonna fucking bash your fucking head against the wall with a brick if you don't shut the fuck up. Because this one, genuinely, this one, you fucked this, royally fucked this.
In case you're wondering, that is his YouTube setup. He has his camera on. He is saying all of this to his girlfriend. Yeah. Okay. That's why I'm pro and you're all not. This is the next one.
What judging mental is, I think I may have said like 100 times to the point where it's actually really hard to follow what I'm saying because it's so flexible. I've gone, you could do this, but you might be able to do that, but you might be able to do that, and you might be able to do this, and this might work, but you might be able to do that, and it sounds fucking mental. I don't even understand how you could possibly actually follow along to it. Like most of my friends struggle to actually understand what I'm saying, but that's why I'm a professional and you're all not. Because and then when you go, I don't like this, it's a
Next one.
Like massive issues there, and you think you can just fucking ignore them because like, well, what's the worst that can happen? I don't know. Your boyfriend's a fucking famous internet celebrity and doesn't trust these people because he has to keep his circle small. Because you might not have anything to fucking lose because your life might be down the fucking drain, but I still have quite a lot that I would like to fucking give. You're making it incredibly fucking hard for me, just like Lewis did.
Yeah.
I fucking hate all of you. You guys are fucking like I can't make any videos of Paul Breach.
Why do you bring up Paul Breach? Okay. So yeah, he thinks he's all that and everyone else sucks ass. Okay, I'm gonna go to Twitter. Twitter. Okay, Alice. Okay. So someone did like post a lot of them. I'm not sure if they did it under this or Teresa did it. So we've just listened to all of these ones. Now we have to go on to these ones.
Over what? I don't understand. It's not like you've got anything to fucking be stuck up over. But for some reason something isn't good enough for you. You get to do whatever you fucking want all day. It's like, and then you look like a fucking miserable fucking little cunt all the time. Like, your face is annoying to look at, like, when I come downstairs. Like, I'm actually fed up of looking at you. Which is why I sleep downstairs, because I don't want to have to go upstairs and, oh, you're taking all the covers. It's like, fucking woman, just, like, fucking ask me to buy another one, or stop fucking complaining. Like, nothing, the thing is, it annoys me, is nothing needs to be an argument, because everything is fixable. Buy a new duvet, I sleep downstairs. But no, you've always got to act like none of this stuff, because you don't actually try and fix any of your fucking problems. Like, it's infuriating at this point. Like earlier, you're miserable about something. All you have to do is say what it is, it's fixed. It's fine. You don't, like, you don't clean up after yourself. Nigga, neither do you. So, leave it. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I don't go around fucking like that everything that you don't clean up after. Why? But you don't talk about it in your fucking little small brain. You don't even want us to pay for any of it. So, who really fucking cares what you have to say? Like, what does it even fucking matter? I want a cleaner, I'll fucking hire one. It's my money. But this is the thing, even right now, you just ignore all of that. I'm giving you options for everything, you just ignore everything. You don't actually try and sort out any of these problems. And if you've got a problem with bins, man, why don't you fucking call them? Why does it have to be me? You can fucking call people, you can get it sorted, you can take them out if you want to. But no, because Alice doesn't actually fucking do anything. I'm trying to fucking, right now, I'm spending 3 hours fucking every single day trying to figure out where fucking 75,000 fucking pounds has gone. And whether I'm ever going to get it. And then any of my future YouTube revenue. Because the company's holding my channel fucking hostage. So yeah, sorry I forget about to fucking clean the side sometimes. I got bigger fish to fry. And I still have to post. If I want a cleaner, I'll fucking hire one. It's my money. But this is the thing, even right now, you just ignore all of that. I'm giving you options for everything, you just ignore everything. You don't actually try and sort out any of these problems. And if you've got a problem with bins, man, why don't you fucking call them? Why does it have to be me? You can fucking call people, you can get it sorted, you can take them out if you want to. But no, because Alice doesn't actually fucking do anything. I'm trying to fucking, right now, I'm spending 3 hours fucking every single day trying to figure out where fucking...
Go away.
You just don't think about any of that.
Go away.
Such a fucking woman.
Go away. So are you. Ironically.
Huh?
So are you.
I tried to stop this like 7 times.
Then you could have stopped. It was you. It was all you.
I tried to stop it.
Go away.
I did try to
Go
stop
away.
it.
Go away. Just go away. Go away.
Infuriating.
Yes.
Like, if you had to do half the shit I had to do, you would understand why loads of stuff doesn't get done. You don't even know the fucking
Go away. Just go away.
You upload one half-assed video every 3 weeks.
Go away.
It does terribly.
Go away.
Well, I slept up here because you made me. I wanted to sleep downstairs so I could fucking actually wake up on time today.
I didn't make you.
Yes, you did.
No.
You were throwing a fucking fit.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. What? You can stop this right now.
Yes, shut up. You're following me. Going on. Fuck off. Please.
So that's that. We have when she just literally scrolled through their messages where he was like apologizing and shit to her, trying to get her to answer. But this was in March. They broke up in December. And there's also messages from April somewhere that I had read. So now we have an audio, and we will listen to that. Never mind, we won't. Okay, we have a transcript of the audio. It's literally just him like apologizing and shit. It's him just apologizing. don't understand why people make questions like that. Like this person said, why did she hold on to the clips for a whole year? She didn't even hold on to them for a whole year. It's been like February, March, April, May, June. It's been 5 months. It's not even been a whole year since they broke up, like. And then if you go from when they supposedly stopped talking, I'm not sure exactly when, but the last texts I had seen were from April. So then it's been 2 months. There's another person. Anyway. There is another person, King Annie. She released a statement as well, so we'll read that and then we'll get my final thoughts on the situation. Well, no, actually, we'll go through other statements that have been made by Alex's friends and everything. So my experience with ImAllex. Though we never confirmed it to the public, that's because I personally like keeping my relationships private. I dated Alex from June 2017 till March 2018. It was the most toxic relationship I've ever been in, and I was lucky to get out of it when I did. When we were dating, though he was from England and I lived in America, we were pretty much never apart for longer than a week. We stayed in Europe for a couple months, then went to America for 6 months. He couldn't stay 6 months straight due to visa implications, so he stayed 3 months, flew back to England for a few days, and came back to America for another 3 months. After the 6 months was over, and he couldn't come to America again for a while due to visa requirements, we spent some time away from each other, and during this time, with the help of my friends, I came to the realization that I was in the worst and most toxic relationship I had ever been in and I had to get out. It started out great, as they always do, the honeymoon phase as they call it. But as time went on, things got worse and worse. I was fortunate to get out when I did, but reading all the new information that's come out, he's clearly gotten worse. During the relationship, he made me feel insane, like I wasn't myself anymore. It never felt like he was listening, like he listened to me. I always felt belittled and inferior whenever we recorded videos together. He would constantly talk over me and never let me have my moment. Most of the time, when I had problems, he always somehow made it about himself or talked about his own issues. He would get stressed over his YouTube channel constantly and complain about his own issues. And complain about uploading as if it was the hardest job on the planet and no one had it harder than him. His classic line was, "I can't catch a fucking break." Let me show you how easy it is to upload a fucking YouTube video. Let me show you how fucking easy it is. Great. You go to upload video. You select a file. Just gonna select that. Boom. 8 minutes left of uploading. And then you do your title, you do your description, you can do a thumbnail, or you can just use one when the video is finished uploading. You can put it into a playlist. You can select if it's made for kids or not. down here. If you are being paid for something, like product placement, you select this. If any of this is like AI generated or anything, you select yes on this. Tags. You know, like if you're playing video games, put hashtag Life is Strange, hashtag Five Nights at Freddy's, you know, that shit. You can select the language, so I would select English from Ireland. The recording date and location, you don't have to do that, but you know you can. Your YouTube license, standard or Creative Commons attribution, you know. You can select categories like this. And if you select gaming, select a gaming title. You know, it's that fucking easy. For video elements, you know, obviously I can't go into it right now, but you know, it's that fucking easy. Okay, so I don't know what he's on. Okay. If we ever had a disagreement, you would also sometimes allude to the possibility of self-exiting over minor conflicts as a threat, so I couldn't continue with the conversation. It was nearly impossible to give him any kind of criticism, because it was like adding to the pile of minor issues that he had already blown far out of proportion in his head. Another thing he did was spin his own narrative and twist words. He didn't just do this in the relationship, but he did it in his work and with his friends. It was the main reason why many people stopped talking to him, because we started to realize that when there was even the smallest amount of drama and he heard about it, he would make sure to involve himself. Even if the subject had absolutely nothing to do with him, he would just make everything so much worse. For example, the Slazo situation. Though it was never said in the original statement by Shay, he somehow came to the conclusion that it was our word, and everyone else got the blame for saying his words. Somehow the situation went from being guilty of being a bad boyfriend to all of a sudden he's an R-wordist. This was the final nail in the coffin, and I cut all conflict with him after that. During our relationship, I bought him and I matching Alex and Annie bracelets for Valentine's Day, because I was like, oh me, the company with both our names. Okay, let's look at the bracelets. Alex and Annie. Scam. I have a bracelet like this. That doesn't cost that much, costs like €5. It's scam. Okay, you can see him pressing the heart on the bracelet up to his lips in his Back to Nothing video, which he has since taken down from his channel. This is start 4 minutes, but I'm pretty sure it's actually a bit after 5 minutes.
Hold on.
I'm gonna go to 5 minutes. 4:48, I guess.
I've got so much to do, and you know, I want to be my best self so that other people could have a good day, you know. I always forced putting on my best and wanted to put out the best, and always wanted to put a happy version of myself. But I only ever wanted to show a happy version of myself. So I know there are people out there who feel like me, who don't want to be watching people complain and moan and be like this, and that's not why people subscribe. You know, that's not why people watch this. That's not why people want to know me. And all I've been for the last year is just this shell, because of all these things that are out of my control that have happened to me, and it's just built and built and built, and now, you know, the towers just come toppling down on top of me at the worst possible point. And the thing is, when I came back here, I tried to put on this happy thing, and I was like, I'm going to see my friends, I'm going to do all this, it's going to be great, we're going to be playing football again. It was such a lie. I just wanted to pretend that it was going to be okay, because that's all I've been doing, is just playing pretend and hoping that I grow into that, but it's just not working.
Oh, the classic things that YouTubers do.
I appreciate you guys listening, and I appreciate the kind words from everybody, and I appreciate the people who try to talk to me, and I do ever wanting to do more, ever thinking that I could, ever believing in myself, you know.
Oh, right, you can do that. It's the bracelet up against slip, so it was 4:45. I thought it was like 5 minutes. couple seconds. Okay, yeah. This video was released as a response to me breaking up with him. He uploaded this video after I stopped talking to him, as a way of trying to guilt me into replying to it. He did to me what he has done in his relationship to Alice, where he would fly off the handle and get mad, then act all apologetic and sad to try and get me to feel sorry for him and forgive him. Lastly, the only time he ever laid a finger on me was when he grabbed me as I was trying to run away from a conflict. We were trying to record a YouTube video together and he was getting frustrated at having to restart the recording multiple times. He started shouting and beating his fist on the table and even going as far as to break his microphone. I was scared as I got up to leave the room, which is when he grabbed my arm to physically stop me. I remember saying he grabbed my arm several times in shock, as if to say who the fuck would ever grab someone like that. Once again, I was fortunate that that was the only time something like that has ever happened. To wish Alice the best privately. Yeah. Okay. See, there isn't really a way for Alex to get out of any of this now. The only way I think he could have gotten out of it, which I'm not putting anything out there really, is if he had come out with proof that it was an abusive relationship all around or something. But I mean, if it's fucking two people after coming out with a story against him, then there's nothing he can really fucking do. So I need to go figure that out. Okay, so the people who have made statements, ImAllex, he put 3 separate updates on Instagram. ImAllex, he put 2 things up. Jake has, Will, Adam McIntyre, he did 2 videos on it so far. Rachel Oates, Mia Exman, King Annie, Italian Batch, Harry Irvine, Arthur TV, George Clarkey, ImAllex ex-girlfriend. Okay, this is ImAllex. He said, I'm aware of the Alex situation. I would usually wait until both parties have said their side publicly before speaking about it, but I think the evidence here is overwhelming. I spent this morning reading what Alice has written and going over the evidence she's provided, and no one should have to go through what she has. It's awful and disturbing and it seriously shocked me. I'm still processing what happened. This one of the worst situations I have ever seen in my life, and I hope Alice is okay. And it took a lot of courage to speak out about this. Okay. Rachel Oates made a YouTube video about it. It's 28 minutes long, so we'll watch that once we're done reading. Will's ex-girlfriend Mia posted on her Instagram story saying, this is something I've been aware of since May last year, and is something that, in my opinion, is well known throughout the industry. I can't speak for people who aren't in our group or who I don't see regularly, but the openness at which this was discussed amongst people last year, I genuinely find it hard to believe that creators close to Alex had no idea this was going on. When I found out Alex and I were signed to the same talent agency, I immediately made them aware of the accusations and put pressure on them to drop him, which they did. This was June 2023. From the documents in the drive, it looks like things escalated even further from what I was aware of. Emotional abuse, threats of violence, and use of racial slurs, which is so heartbreaking. I don't know Alice personally, but sending her much love and support. Okay. Will's statement. Firstly, I Really hope Alice is doing well and commend her massively for having the courage to get that out there. As Mia mentioned, there were rumours of this behaviour early last year. Myself and a few others haven't had contact with him since, or been his friend for even longer. With that being said, the severity of the abuse that Alice published was far worse than anything I'd heard being discussed. The Google Drive is fucking abhorrent, and what he put her through is inexcusable. Then we have IMAllex. I should say, yeah, I know about the situation, and hope you all send nothing but support to Alice. Genuinely some of the most horrific shit I've ever read. Cannot explain how brave it is to come out and speak about this stuff, especially considering how long it seemed to have been going on. Really trying to not come in here with the eyes and make it about me, as this is about Alice and she deserves all the support possible. But yeah, I should just say, of course I didn't know about this until recently. I wasn't even aware the two had fully broken up until April. That's how in the dark I was on this. I have very much been in the dark on all of this until recently, which makes it feel worse. The level of what was said in the document about him is just indescribable, just absolutely horrific. The situation makes me feel genuinely ill, but also angry, but I would prefer to keep those personal thoughts private for now, as this is about Alice, not me. For fuck's sake, also aware that I misspelled document in the last post, but yeah, my head is naturally spinning about this. Don't really think words can describe how I'm feeling about what I read in that doc, so I will say please just be kind to Alice, send your support and be kind to her. This is so fucked up and I wish nothing but the best for her. I honestly feel like I should, but I want to say more, but I genuinely don't know what to write. I have like a million thoughts. I know this seems like a very unprofessional way to respond to this too, as it feels more like I'm venting about it, but I'm not going to give some scripted PR document. This is one of the most fucked up situations I have ever seen. Last one of IMAllex. Um, okay. But for now, as I don't want to take away from the actual story in any way, I will say support Alice, do not be intrusive and send her a million questions. I doubt she needs that shit right now. Sorry if this has been rambly, this is a painful situation. Jake has said, "Hi all, I have seen the situation. Please support Alice and her post as it's absolutely vile and disgusting. The videos alone, it's genuinely horrifying. As IMAllex has said, we were left in the dark around his relationship and lied to, only finding out they had broken up 5 months later. Alice's story is one of the worst things I've seen for manipulation and disgusting consistent actions. I hope Alice has time and space to heal from this. Give her time. I'm hurt by this. Please support victims. Support Alice's bravery to come out with her story. She really needs it." Adam McIntyre, he tweeted saying this stuff is really dark and disturbing. He also did a video on it. Italian Batch said, "I've read Alice's statement about Alex and I am absolutely disgusted by what I've seen and read. What he has done is inexcusable and unacceptable. I didn't know Alex outside of a few recordings we did a while ago, and had no idea what was going on in his private life. Alice deserves all of the support in the world right now, and it's incredibly brave thing she has done. I truly hope she's doing okay." That's all they have posted. Anyway, we'll watch Rachel Oates' video on it now, and then we'll watch Adam McIntyre's one.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to a new video. Today's video is a little bit different because, kind of like on my last book reviews, I'm not scripting today. I just kind of wanted to do a bit of an off-the-cuff sort of reaction and chat through some feelings. Now today's video is going to be a really difficult one to talk about. We are going to be touching on domestic violence and intimate partner abuse, so if you need to skip this one, absolutely fine, don't worry about it. I'll see you in the next video, and please stick around for the next one because I'm going to be announcing a really exciting giveaway that I have going on, and it's going to be a big fundraiser for 3 incredible charities. So if you're interested in that, please make sure you turn on notifications on my channel so you hear about that. Anyway, let's get back to this video because it is a serious one. There is this kind of gossipy YouTuber called ImAllex who, you know, makes the kind of typical low effort, here's some drama, let me make a bad joke kind of content that's really popular. He's really successful. He's been doing this for a few years. I know Dan used to watch him, and so I used to watch a few of his videos with him like years ago back when we were together.
Hello everyone, I'm Alex and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be watching episodes of Dance Moms. Well, I guess in a dance company, that would be like the worst insult, right?
Your feet are shit.
that would like break your heart. Sure, you'd be devastated to hear that.
That's shit dancing. I'll be real. You're going nowhere, kids. What the fuck was that?
It's actually crazy you can get paid to just go like this. And people sit and clap.
Alex, you get paid to watch the people do that. Right?
Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, you're not wrong, actually.
Unserious having phone call. Who are you calling?
Who would you call? I'd bring up Jimmy Savile.
I'd call my nan and tell her I love her.
2 different answers. I'd call up Jimmy and tell him I love him.
Shut up. No.
Alright, back to Dance Moms. Shouldn't be making jokes about a Dance Moms video. Really out of place.
I remember there was a big controversy around him at one point because there was another gossipy drama YouTuber called Slazo who, and this is all off the top of my head now, so tell me if I'm getting anything wrong. He was accused of abusing his girlfriend, and at the time I fully believed all those accusations because, you know, believe women. But it turns out that Alex and a bunch of his friends had basically been manipulating the girlfriend into faking a bunch of evidence and then coming out about it. And then when it all came out that it was fake, Alex doubled down.
I can do a video about the Slaza situation if you want. I actually don't know anything about it, so it would be like my first time looking into it. I never heard of this. I also want to, side note, I also want to go to do Dramageddon 1 and 2 because I actually was not around. I wasn't in like the whole drama mind space back when that stuff happened. I was mainly watching Minecraft videos, so you know, just let me know if you want any of that stuff. We'll continue with this now. That's not what I wanted to press.
And just destroyed Slazo over these fake allegations. It was pretty bad. Now it's come out that Alex has been abusing his now ex-girlfriend in a really disgusting way. We're talking physical and emotional abuse. There are clips of it out there. It is disgusting to watch. It is terrifying to watch.
Thing about you, and this is the thing, and this is why I fucking go round and round in circles. I join cool, and when I'm getting, you're talking to me, going, this is the thing, even though now, when it's too fucking late, you admit that you did everything fucking wrong. But when it actually matters, when you should lay down like a good fucking dog, you don't fucking do it. You fight for some reason. I don't know why you fight, because you're losing, because you end up admitting that you fucked it all up anyway. So it's just fucking weird. And I know that you're going to end up admitting that you fucked it all up. I know, like, most of my friends struggle to actually understand what I'm saying. But that's why I'm a professional and you're all not.
I know that sounds insensitive, but we already have it.
I was nearly in tears watching some of those clips because it was so reminiscent of some of the things that I've been through. Reading her story and her statement, Alice's statement, it's just, she is so brave for speaking out about this, and I am so proud of her for doing that. But what I want to talk about today is, so she released this like 83-page statement with screenshots and explaining her experiences and all that kind of thing. And I'm not going to go through that in detail because I'm sure plenty of other channels are going to do that, like actual commentary channels who are going to go through it step by step. You can probably see it with them, or I'll link to the actual document down in the video description if you want to go check it out for yourself. But today I kind of want to talk a little bit about kind of how seeing something like this has affected me as a fellow survivor, and also talk about the response I've seen to it from the general public and kind of what that means, if that makes sense. So I'm going to give you a very, very brief bit of context first, but like I say, we're not going to go into too much detail. So on the 10th of June, this started with this person on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, releasing this tweet saying, ex-partner of ImAllex, Alice Hez, recently made a post about her standards of a partner where she stated "don't abuse me," alongside other posts and reposts of a similar vein around abusive narcissistic nature. She also liked comments that hinted at being Alex. However, people who've seen this have jumped at it being about Alex without her actually stating it as so, and taken this as fact that ImAllex is abusive. At the time of this tweet, nothing else has been stated or made public, and these are just Alice's experiences. People genuinely need to be careful how they act with this and what they say due to the severity of it and the fact that not much is known. A day later, on the 11th of June, they then updated saying Alex Hez has confirmed that the allegations of abuse were against commentary YouTuber ImAllex and that she will eventually speak out more on this. Up until now, she'd just liked comments mentioning Alex in regards to this. And obviously, as a fellow survivor, my instinct was believe it straight away, but I also understand that some people are like, no, this could be wrong. Look at what happened with Sazo. We were wrong there. So I get people wanting to wait for evidence. However, and we have got evidence now, don't worry, we'll get to that in a minute. However, some of the... There were a lot of drama channels that immediately jumped on this and started talking about it, and they tried to remain neutral, but some of the comments on those videos were repulsive, and they were victim blaming. And I just think we need to talk about that for a second. Some of them were absolutely fair, like this person who said, honestly, at this point in time, we just have to wait for them to talk on it, and like you said, we should not make assumptions on it. Honestly, I don't have an opinion. I'm just wanting to wait for both sides to come out. Absolutely fair, right? Another person said, glad people are using innocent until proven guilty more now, which, on the one hand, I want to agree with, but on the other hand, that kind of attitude can make victims not want to speak out if they're not believed straight away. It can make it harder. A lot of people were blaming Alice for only vaguely posting about it at first, but in her defense, it's really, really hard to publicly talk about this sort of thing, to speak about your abuse, because one, you're scared that you're not going to be believed, two, you're scared that you're going to be blamed for it, and three, you're scared that you're going to make your abuser even more angry. When I first spoke out about what had happened to me, that resulted in me getting more death threats from my ex, and he was threatening to release intimate photos of me online. He was threatening to kill me. He was calling me like a rat-faced bitch and all these other words, and like, it was absolutely terrifying. When I'd finally left him, he'd already threatened to kill me. He was like, I'll be waiting at your house when you get home. It was petrifying, and now I was getting more death threats from him simply for speaking out and saying I was abused.
That's why I don't like what a lot of people say when someone comes out with allegations like this, and they immediately go, yeah, well, we shouldn't believe them, because there could be so much more going on behind the scenes that you don't even, like, know. This person could be getting threatened by their abuser. You don't know. Like, it is pure bravery to come out. Unless you can prove them wrong, there's nothing really there. I'm just going to speed this up a bit though, because we are an hour and a half into this. That's how low my quality is. Jesus.
This is how it affected me. So I understand her reluctance to not just come out straight away with all this evidence and instead just be like, you know what, I've had an experience of an abusive relationship, not naming any names. I'd like to not have that in the future. I think she was clearly testing the waters to see if she was safe to say this, and I think that's a perfectly reasonable and understandable thing, and I don't get why people don't understand that. Other worrying comments were like this, which actually this one was posted after the evidence came out, but I'm just going to throw it in here now. This person said, to be honest, if it is true, I won't stop watching him because he's funny, but I will not like him as a person. And like, I'm sorry, but I don't understand how you can watch someone like that contribute to their career, do what is essentially monetarily supporting them, whilst knowing they're an abusive piece of crap. It's like, we've had this discussion.
That's why I had so many arguments with people about the Boomer situation. because like I didn't do a video on that. I didn't know how to properly talk about that at that time, and I was just sending as much love and support to Shelby as I could. But like there were so many people who were fans of Wilbur, and they were like, yeah, but even so, like people change. I was like, okay, but that doesn't mean you have to fucking support an abuser. And then there were people being like, yeah, but she didn't give any proof. He literally admitted and also victim blamed in his apology. And I was just saying, like, you guys are so blind that you cannot see how shitty this person is. Like, he's fucking after coming back now. So, you know, it's so shitty that this is like the mindset that a lot of people have, that, yeah, I'm gonna continue watching. You are basically funding what they're doing by doing that. Like, if they are a YouTuber, they make money from doing their videos, you are funding them, and you know what they're like. You know that they're an abusive piece of shit, and you are funding them, that kind of person. Because they make money from the people who watch them, who interact with their things. Like, if you watch, comment, like, everything, they make money. Ad revenue.
So again, we've had this discussion before around, like, can you separate the art and the artist, right? And it's complicated. I don't have any solid answers. But it's like, I think we've said before with things like in the case of like J.K. Rowling and Harry Potter and that sort of thing, it doesn't affect me. I was never a J.K. Rowling fan. I was never a Harry Potter fan. And obviously, knowing she's a massive TERF, I would never want to give her any money or support that. That's just me personally. But I do think for some of my viewers and fans, they've said that they want to continue to enjoy the content and the mediums, but only if it's not giving her money. So people have said, like, they like rereading the old books, or they don't mind reading the books from the library, but they don't want to go out to buy more books or go to the cinema and see her films or buy merch anymore, which I think is fair, because, you know, who would want to give money to a massive TERF? But I think, like, in the case of someone like Alex, being able to separate that and say, well, he's funny, so it's okay that he abused his girlfriend, I'm going to continue giving him money and power, is just something that I couldn't get behind, and I don't really understand where those people are coming from. But that's just a personal thing, you know? Other people might have different views, that's okay. What really, really bothered me, though, were the comments like this. Never heard of these literally who's before in my life. Terrible writing, I don't quite know what that is meant to say, but they're just saying they've not heard of them. The woman's behaviour absolutely screams clout chasing and attention seeking, untruthing to me. This really, really bothers me because, again, like I said, she was clearly testing the waters to see if she was going to be safe speaking about her experiences. That doesn't mean she's clout chasing or lying. You can't say that, because this is why so many, especially powerful men, have got away with abusing women for so long, because they have these positions of power, and if anyone speaks out against them, they have the money and the resources to silence them, and if that doesn't work, they can say, well, they just want attention from me, they just want money from me, they're just clout chasing, when in reality that is not the case. Successful and powerful and rich men can be abusers too, and we need a way to call them out without being called attention seeking or clout chasing. Even after all the evidence came out, 82 pages of evidence, minutes and minutes of video of him literally physically threatening her and calling her names, using racist and misogynistic slurs against her. All this is out there, people have seen it, and you still get comments like this that says, I agree, she feels to me that this is clout chasing, but I also understand the urge to do this publicly since Alex works online. I don't know how you can see what she's written and assume she just wants clout and attention. I don't like the word clout, but here we are. Another person commented on a video, and this actually got made a pinned comment, and this one bothers me. I'm very unsure in this situation. Just looking at her Instagram kind of screams at the type of person she is. I'm really not sure what to believe. There were actually more comments like this on Reddit that I don't have screenshots of, but it was people saying that apparently because she's like a beautiful woman, we can't trust her. Because she's posted like images of herself on Instagram, we can't trust her. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but what the hell? This is victim blaming nonsense. You can't be like, we can't trust anything she says because she's too pretty. Shut up. People are saying that because...
I did see a lot of people, specifically on TikTok. That's where I found out about the situation. I was scrolling on TikTok and it started coming up. I was like, ah. Like, I had watched a couple of Alex's videos. I wasn't subscribed or anything, but I had watched a couple of them whenever I was like just looking for something to watch, and it would come up in my recommended. But I saw a lot of people being like, how do we know she's not lying? Like, how would he even have told her anyway? Maybe she's just like upset that she no longer has him funding her. I was like, my dude, come on. Because, like, there's this mindset where, like, everyone thinks that, like, girls won't get with guys who are, like, not as hot as them or not, you know. And it's so stupid. Like, it is just really fucking stupid because the one thing that a girl looks for, especially these days, is someone who treats them well. And I know Alex didn't treat her well in any way, but like she had said in the first 2 months or something that it was all okay. He wasn't fucking screaming at her 24/7. He wasn't fucking abusing her. So obviously she fell for what he was showing her. Because that's what girls look for. They look for someone who wants to treat them like that.
Of the type of photos she posts, which is, looking at it, just selfies and photos of her in pretty clothes and pretty makeup with pretty hair. Apparently that means that she's attention seeking and she's gonna make up stuff like this. And I'm just like, can we not? Can we stop talking about women like that, please? We really need to stop thinking that only a certain type of person can be a victim of abuse, because that's absolutely not true. Absolutely anyone can. And you can be beautiful and confident on the outside and still be suffering behind the scenes. You're forgetting that, like, a lot of this content creation stuff is her job. It's her outside public persona. I was also smiling on camera while I was being abused, and I mean, not always, I have my moments, but I was also trying to pretend that everything was okay and posting the good moments and trying to make the relationship look better than it was. And I don't think we can judge whether someone's telling the truth or not based on how many selfies they're posting. That's just really, really stupid. Another comment that really bothered me was this. It says, obviously I don't know Alex personally. I've been watching him for years and I just couldn't see him as the type of guy. Again, there's no one type of abuser. So many different kinds of men can be, and women, to be honest, and just people, can be abusive in different ways. And just because someone has a public persona, that doesn't mean that's what they're like behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Sometimes...
I mean, not every YouTuber does, but there's a lot of YouTubers who, they will put this, like, they basically have two different personalities. They have one for on camera, which is their on camera personality, where they're all nice, they seem like the perfect person, you know, all that. And they have one for behind, like, off camera, where they're, like, a shit fucking person, or their life isn't as perfect as you might think it is. Like, we've seen that start to kind of, like, fall apart with, Matt and Abby. You know, like, there's always those YouTubers who will, like, put up this perception and, you know, they'll have a different one off camera. It's disgusting.
The fact that they're so good at being so charismatic and charming on the outside is part of why they get away with the abuse for so long. Like I said with my ex, he was so damn charming on the outside. He would walk into a venue that he was DJing at and he'd be charming everyone and, you know, flirting with everyone and just, like, making these jokes and being funny, and everyone was thinking how great he was and how brilliant he was, and then the minute we'd get home alone, he'd turn on me. You can't always trust someone based on their public persona. That said, there's been plenty of moments of him being shady and underhanded, like plotting with his friends to fake all this stuff about Slazo, and apparently there's other things I'm not aware of. So it's not like this is a complete surprise, is it? And I don't think we can discount a person's experiences just because, well, I don't think he seems like the type of guy. I don't know. And again, this person followed it up with the comments saying, but from following/seeing Alice's content, I feel she could be clout chasing, or she could be talking about someone else, /trauma dumping, as we don't really know if she's had another relationship in the past, which also could have left her with some troubles which may have impacted their relationship. I think it's safe to assume they may have broken up on alright terms, deciding to go about it quietly, unless of course she comes out with a serious allegation. She now has. Again, another person said, I'm a big fan of Alex, really doubt this is true, but I'm also biased, so we'll wait till more information. And then Alice, obviously feeling a lot of pressure, did decide to speak out. She released a whole statement, this 82-page document in which she has screenshots and texts and Discord messages, and she also released video clips of what she had as well, of him following her around, like I say, using racist and misogynistic slurs, of him physically threatening her. There's accounts she recalls of him being physically violent with her, putting her in headlocks and things like that, of him being controlling, of him calling her names. There's a lot of it comes back to misogyny, of him calling her a stupid woman and a stupid C word and all that sort of thing. When I was reading through Alice's document and these screenshots and everything like this, it was really hard because it was really hard for me as a fellow survivor, because so many of the things he said echoed what my abuser said. The things about him denying, the things where he was like saying horrible stuff and then denying he ever said it minutes later, the things where he would tell her that she deserved it and this was her fault and she made him do this. The way he would literally threaten her and her cat. Johnny also put Kyra in danger when he was trying to get at me. It's sickening. It's awful. I'm sometimes a little dubious now, especially after the Slazo situation and believing all that and falling for that. I'm sometimes a little dubious of people just posting screenshots, and we're meant to be like, does this mean something? Does this tell us something? We don't have any of the context around this. So I'm quite wary in that respect, but looking at these, one, the sheer volume of them speaks volumes in itself, and two, there is no way that there is any context that makes any of this stuff okay. There is a video of him literally threatening to smash her head in with a brick. There is no context in which that is okay or excusable. And yet you still get people now trying to defend that. There's this one comment here that says, okay, a clip leaked about... It didn't leak. She posted it. And also, actually, I'm just going to throw this in here. I'm going to commend her now for recording so many of those moments and keeping them, because I wish to God I'd done the same. But I didn't realise I was being abused until it was kind of too late. And I did delete a lot of things like the texts between us and things like that. And obviously I didn't have any recordings or anything of the stuff that happened in person or the phone calls or anything like that. And that's why I didn't pursue charges with the police. I just made a report because I knew I didn't have enough evidence. The only things I started keeping were records of the stuff that happened after we'd already broken up, so like the death threats and stuff like that. So I had some bits, but not as much as Alice. She has done a really good job, and she has been really brave collecting this stuff and keeping a good record like this. And I don't doubt...
You know, it is honestly so amazing that she knew to record this stuff, because there are a lot of victims who will come out and say, yeah, the reason I didn't press charges is because I didn't have enough evidence, I didn't have recordings or anything, because, I mean, at the end of the day, yes, you can go to the police about it, I'm not saying you can't, but a lot of the time they need evidence from when it actually happened. They can't just take your word for it. So you can make a report of it, but, you know, there's most likely not much they can do further than that. And it's always worth trying, but, you know.
10 times more happened than what she actually has a record of, but the fact she has anything at all, brilliant. She was very, very smart here. But like I say, so we've seen this abuse. We've literally seen it, and yet people are commenting things like this, saying, okay, a clip leaked of Alex physically threatening her, which is 100% not okay. But again, the entire situation seems so sketchy. Would love to know what happened before and after. The entire thing reeks of malice, provoking him and trying to get a reaction, recording the entire thing and sharing his private messages with a group chat. I just hope Alex fires back with receipts of his own. If not, then I can't excuse his behaviour here. Something definitely feels off, but that doesn't excuse how he reacts. I just wish mentally unwell people wouldn't prey on other mentally unwell people, which seems to be what's happening here. So a lot of people are also blaming Alice and saying she's making things up or she provoked him because she has BPD, which is ridiculous. Some people are also saying because she admitted at one point that after literally months and months and months of verbal, emotional and physical abuse, she kind of fired back one day, and I think she like hit him or something like that, which again, not okay, not at all. But we have to remember that there's a thing that is sometimes called reactive abuse, which I don't like the name of because I think it's a bit of a misnomer. It's not abuse in itself. It's what happens when a person has been pushed to the edge so much that they retaliate, and then the abuser turns it around on them and says, see, you're the one in the wrong because you did this. All the times they've been physically violent, they're like, well, you deserved it because you did the same to me. And Johnny did the same thing to me. He would be verbally and emotionally abusive and manipulative. He would get physical with me. He would break my things. He would throw my things. He would trap me in rooms. And then when I tried to, like, you know, fight back with my words and tell him that he was mean, he was nasty, he was wrong, he was being horrible to me, I was the one in the wrong. When he trapped me in a room and I would try and push my way out, he'd be like, see, you're getting physical with me now, you're pushing me, you're the abusive one. And it's like, I'm not the one who had thrown someone to the floor and was kicking stuff at them and, like, had to be pulled off by my dog, you know? I was trying to get out of a room that he trapped me in. And yet he turned it around to be my fault. And that's what I think happened here in the Alice and Alex situation from what I've read. He was provoking her and getting in her face and screaming at her, and she pushed back. And then he turned it all around on her and made everything her fault. It's an example of reactive abuse, or sometimes people call it mutual abuse, but I do think it's a misnomer, because it's not abuse on the part of the victim. It's, I mean, obviously you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't get physical with anyone, but it's a fight or flight response, or rather the fight response specifically, to months and months of trauma. You can't blame the victim for that. And I'm sorry, but when you have these people here saying, this reeks of malice provoking him, no, there is no context in which any of these things that he's saying or doing would be okay. You can't provoke people to do stuff like this often, in this volume to this degree. Does that make sense? What we're seeing here isn't reactive abuse from Alex, it's just abuse. He is making the first moves constantly. There are video clips where Alice is just like, please leave me alone, please leave me alone, please leave me alone. And Alex is going and going and going and following her around and screaming at her and using racist and misogynistic slurs. It's disgusting. That's not her provoking him for a reaction. It's just abuse. There are also other people like this person on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, who said, I don't understand, why not go to the police and then come out to the public? It's not to say she's lying, but I'm skeptical because I have seen this story happen so many times just for it all to be false. Yeah, when Alex is the one orchestrating it. But she has gone to the police. But even if she hadn't, or she didn't want to press charges, that doesn't mean what she's saying is made up, because it's really, really hard to go to the police. And I can only share my experience here, but when I first reported Johnny, after I started getting the death threats and the threats to release the images of me and stuff, I was petrified, and I went to the police, and the first person I spoke to seemed kind of fine. They were on my side. And then I had this phone call from a woman saying she was just going to take a statement over the phone. And she kept asking me, like, oh, but what did you do to provoke this? Are you sure this wasn't your fault? And I was like, oh crap, this is all my fault. Even the police don't believe me, they're blaming me. And I got in an absolute state, and I just put the phone down. I was like, you're right, I'm sorry, I'm wasting your time. And I sent this teary email being like, I'm sorry for wasting your time. The woman on the phone said this, blah, 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 blah. But then the actual officers who specialise in domestic violence, they saw my email, and they went back and they listened to the recording of the phone call from the woman who tried to take my statement over the phone. And the same day, like within a couple of hours, they came round to my house and they were like, hi, so we're so sorry that happened to you. That, like, officer clearly hasn't had enough training. She should not have said those things to you. This is not your fault. We really want to try and do something here. Let's take a statement. And they took a statement, and they took copies of all the threats from him, the emails, the everything like that. And I could have potentially gone on to press charges, but honestly, I just wanted to be left alone. That's all I needed in that moment, to be left alone, to feel safe and to heal. I didn't want to provoke him anymore because I was terrified of him. And honestly, to this day, I'm still terrified of him. Like, for my birthday this year, some of my friends were going to organise, like, this little surprise for me. And they were like, oh, out of here, and here, like, which one's the best for you? And I was like, not Hull. I'm not going back to Hull. I know we're probably not going to see him, but I'm not going to be anywhere close to the same city as him. I can't do it. I'm still petrified to this day. So that's part of the reason that I didn't press charges, because I didn't want to provoke him. I was scared of him. And also because it is so emotionally draining to go over it again and again and again and read back all those messages and emails, to recount every story, to say, and he hurt me here, he hurt me here, he did this here, he did this, he did this, he did this, and then he said this, and then I did this. And I felt like it was horrible enough doing it just to make a statement. And then he'd come back with some sort of defense, and, you know, the kind of person he is, he's manipulative, he's horrible, he'd blame it all on me because, you know, he's always blamed it on his crazy exes, all of his many crazy exes. I heard it all before about them. Like, I knew the things he'd say about me. And, like, then if it got to court, I'd have his lawyers challenging me, and once again telling me, this was your fault. Did you provoke him? Are you making this up? Are you lying? And it's just, I knew I didn't have the emotional capacity at that time to be strong enough to withstand that. Years on now, I'm still not sure that I do, because it's really, really hard. So I don't think, even though Alice has gone to the police, she absolutely has, whether she continues to, like, pursue charges or not, I think that is so commendable and that is so brave. And even if she hadn't, that's completely understandable. I don't think you realise how difficult it is until you've been through it yourself. And we can't blame people for not doing it, because it is hard. It is really hard. That said, for all I've been complaining about certain comments and posts and people, on the whole, my laptop is getting quite loud and quite warm. You're working hard, aren't you, baby? Sorry if you can hear this. Overall, I have seen people being very, very supportive of Alice and condemning Alex for his behaviour, because, like I say, it is inexcusable. It's not okay. And it's very nice to see a fellow survivor getting that support. It's very encouraging, and I think... But yeah, I don't know. I know this video hasn't been as long as my ones normally are, but I just kind of want to speak a bit, I don't know, off the cuff like this. And I guess in summary, what I would say is Alice has been so incredibly brave, and I really, really commend her for that, and I think she's been incredible. And I only hope that she can get some kind of justice and find some kind of peace and healing from this. I really do.
Okay. That is Rachel Oakes' video on it. We're going to look at Adam McIntyre's one now.
Hi everyone, welcome back to today's video. Little bit more of a serious one, so I just want to get right into it. Basically, I actually don't know where to begin. There is a commentary YouTuber, you see right here, called ImAllex, like a UK YouTuber, and makes, you know, like drama, commentary, expose videos, like all these videos are like exposing this, exposing that, basically exposing bad people, right? And has been on the platform for quite some time. This is the oldest video here, like 8 years. 8 years, ImAllex has been making, ranking the worst apologies, exposing people, basically exposing problematic behavior, ranging from things to do with, you know, inappropriate behavior to racism to so many different wide topics, right? And has been doing this for a very, very, very long time. Is one of the more prominent ones in the space. And okay. So, ImAllex's ex-girlfriend has spoken out Her name is Alice, and she said, this is her right here, and she said, here's my statement on the situation I've been scared to speak up on. It's best it was made public how horrible of a person this person is who has a platform, and I'd hate to see another woman go through this. Please read the statement before continuing. So there is so much to go through. Like, there are so many videos. There are so many videos that we're going to get to, and they are very, very, very disturbing. Very disturbing of this creator. But first, I want to read the statement. So Alice, the ex-girlfriend, did like a Google Drive of everything, ranging from audio clips to videos to just like scrolling through text messages, like the worst things you could see. So I want to read the statement first. And by the way, this statement page, we're just going to read this statement and go through the videos and kind of come back to this. But there is, as you can see, so much here. So much here. I'm actually going to be pinning down below the Google Drive so you can go over. By the way, so many people are opening the videos, so some of them might not load, but we'll go through them. I just first and foremost want to say as well that I have not had any like public interactions, I don't think, with ImAllex. But we have followed each other on social media, and people have been asking me where I stand on this. I'm going to be honest, when this story dropped last night, I was at a party with my friends, and it felt inappropriate to say anything on it then. I was never and have never been friends with ImAllex. We just have had a couple mutual friends here and there, and we were mutuals on Twitter. However, obviously, whenever I've figured everything out, I've cut that off. But again, there was no relationship there to start with, and I want to make that very clear.
I love this setup.
But even if there was, if there was a relationship there, like,
Sorry,
I just
the painting in the background is so cute.
want to make it known that I fully stand with Alice in this, and I think as many people to talk about this is very important, and it's very scary what she has gone through. And there is something really, really, really just something so disturbing about a creator, a person in general doing all this, but there's something really disturbing about a creator who their entire brand is exposing bad behavior and all the rest, and they are like the most evil person ever. Like the most evil person ever. So let's read the statement.
Isn't it? Let's pick this up. But yeah, it's kind of ironic. Also, Elfman needs shut for once because that was incredibly insensitive to say.
Oh my god. There have been so many instances where I ended up taking Bear into the other room, saying that taking the cat off him is starting an argument. He acts like a child had his toy taken away, but I was uncomfortable with him being near my cat after him saying what he would do. For legal reasons, I won't attach all the evidence I have, but in due time they'll be public. He's tried to get me to stay quiet. Oh my god. It's like genuinely terrifying. Obviously, that was heavy. That was a lot. I did want to cover it because I also think it's important for people that are in the same community as ImAllex to talk about this. I know he has a lot of friends in this community, and a lot of people he makes collabs with, and I think every single one of them should speak about this. I think every single one of them should. Someone like this is incredibly dangerous. And should not have a platform, but like that's only the start of what should happen here. Well, I just want to let Alice know that I'm in full support of her. And yes, I don't really know what else to say. I really don't know what else to say. I did just want to do this to kind of also talk about it and make my stance very clear on where I stand. I'm fully against ImAllex. I think he's a pig. And I'm in full support of Alice. And we'll leave the video there.
We're gonna leave that there.
I'll see you on my next one. Goodbye.
We're gonna leave that there. Make sure you send all of your love and support to Alice. In this situation, send love and support to Annie. My thoughts on this are Alex is a shit person. He needs to be deplatformed. YouTube needs to do something. People need to grow the fuck up and stop saying everyone who claims to be a victim is a clout chaser, because that is not the case all the time, and it's really starting to get on my nerves. Yeah, I think Alex just needs to be deplatformed. If Alice is going down the legal route, I wish her all the best in that. And again, I just want to thank her for her bravery in coming out with this. Thank you for watching. Comment below if you want to see the Slazo situation or anything. I can cover that. Drumgeddon 1 and 2 will be coming as soon as I can do them. You know, do all the things. Goodbye.